Good to see you, Philip. Now, Russia says it believes Lukashenko's explanation today. Will anyone else?
Well, I think there are several people in Belarus who will believe it, but it's going to be pretty hard to find anybody outside of that country who's going to put any credibility to the words that have been uttered in front of the Belarusian parliament today by Alexander Lukashenko, basically because it was all a bit confusing, to be honest with you, Delano. He says that it was an absolute lie that the fighter jet forced the landing of this Ryanair plane, whereas the pilot says that he was forced to land because there were fighter planes there guiding it towards the airport in Minsk, and there was a risk that they might have shot it down if he'd refused to go there. He said he acted lawfully to protect people in the plane diversion, but said he didn't know that Roman Protasevich was on board the flight, but that he would have given the order to ground it had it been known. And then there are other sources within Belarus who said that the order for that plane to come down came directly from the president. Now, on top of that, there is something rather strange here, is the fact that this speech was not broadcast directly on Belarusian television. It was just bits of it were given on social media and on news wires. So that is something a little bit strange. But the message coming out of Minsk is rather one of confusion more than one of clarity at the moment.
And what has the reaction been from the Belarusian opposition and from the family of that journalist who's been detained?
Well, the Belarusian opposition have condemned once again what has happened, like the rest of the international community. I think that even the authorities in Belarus have been taken aback by the united opposition to what has happened to this young blogger. But there is only a limit to what they can do, and this is what President Emmanuel Macron was saying yesterday. There's only a limit to the amount of sanctions and that the hitting that the sanctions can have on a leader or on a country. And really the international community has reached that limit. They can complain. Belarus has said, well, look, if you complain too much, we can take retaliatory measures, for example, against gas supplies which are travelling through Belarus to Poland and Germany, so be careful what you say. And then there's going to be a meeting later today of the UN Security Council behind closed doors, and unfortunately even there it doesn't look like there's going to be a united response either, because they need a united response amongst the permanent members to be able to produce a resolution condemning Belarus, but of course Russia is a permanent member and Russia won't do that. So that is going to be something which I think will strengthen the authorities in Belarus, and also maybe the defence that Russia has shown towards the President Alexander Lukashenko.
Thank you very much for that, Philip Turle there.